Father fucking wrestling.
I met this bad thing, and she can be my queen. I met this bad thing, and she can be my queen. I was chilling in the club by myself with a dime.
All right. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, this is Father fucking wrestling. And boy, oh boy, I want to say this. Usually I'll come on here and, I get on here and be really loud, but not today. I'm gonna take it easy. It's time to relax. It's time to relax for us TNA fans. Finally, we get a little bit of respect put on our names. Because a lot of us from the beginning were right. Oh, right about what, Marcus? Right about what, oh father? Right about TNA being the best product that's been on for, I would say, since 2009, because I had no problem with the product that they were putting on. You guys got to understand, even then, when Impact Wrestling was called Impact Wrestling, or TNA was called Impact Wrestling, and they had Ace Austin Aries, then they had they had a lot of Bobby Roode, Beer Money, all of that stuff, James Storm. When they had all of this stuff, this was good TV. When they had Ethan Page III, it was good TV. And now you guys are going to see that they always had structure. You guys got to understand. Look at the personnel that was in the back then. It was Jeremy Borash, Abyss, Tommy Dreamer. They were all still there. On top of a Dutch Mantel, on top of a Jim Cornette, on top of some of the big names in the business, and things just got, miscommunicated wrong. That's what happens sometimes. But now we're in the present. We are in 2025, baby. And TNA is popping. I told you guys it would happen. We can go all the way back a couple of weeks ago to when SmackDown had that special show. I think that was their anniversary. I mean, not SmackDown, but NXT. When NXT had their big old homecoming show and all of that stuff. You had you had a lot of good things going on there, because that was one of the most exciting things I ever saw when I saw Ricky Saints come out of the background. Well, he came out as everybody was fighting or whatever. You seen Ricky Saints come, and he was looking at the championship. He went towards the championship. Then you seen Obafemi, who grabbed on to the championship as Ricky grabbed on. And even the way that they did it from the beginning, guys, that show was one of the best NXT shows I ever saw them put on. And we can go all the way back to a couple of months ago. TNA been putting on great shows. They're just not on a heavy channel like a lot of the other companies are. Not yet, but they are going to get there. And we're going to get into that later too, in this episode of Father Effin' Wrestling. Ooh, it's the greatest thing I ever saw. Shout out to Dave Meltzer for being a douchebag. And shout out to Tony Khan too. Because you're right, y'all are cousins. Y'all are douchebag cousins. Sorry for saying that word. Can I say douchebag? But they're being douchebags. That's all. But anyways, so as everybody know, that what happened with the TNA invasion thing, or the TNA NXT invasion thing, what happened was, it was some little political things going on or whatever, and they couldn't use that word because it offended people. So they had to change the name. I still call it invasion or whatever, but it's now TNA versus NXT Showdown. And so with that, I mean, I'm gonna love it because the teams that they got set up. I mean, even when NXT first started choosing their teammates, I'm not gonna lie, I would have loved to see Jasper Troy on Team NXT, but he didn't make it. They got Josh Briggs because Trick Williams Trick Williams don't like Jasper Troy. And I guess Trick Williams and Ricky Saints are co-captains because Ricky Saints told him that he's the captain of the ship or whatever. Because they don't trust Trick. And then you got Tatum Pasley, Jada Parker, Miles Bourne. And then we got team TNA. I think it's Mike Santana, Frankie Kazarian, Moose, The Inspiration, Leon Slater. Both teams are freaking great. I love it. But then we're also gonna have a match with the Hardys versus Dark State for the titles versus titles, winner takes all of that stuff. And then on top of that, we're gonna get Ethan Page versus Mustafa Ali. This is the match that I want to see. Let's stop right here, guys, at Mustafa Ali. This man has shown what it is, that is the essence of what TNA can do for you. They didn't think he knew how to talk. They didn't think, when he was in WWE, they didn't think he had it. And this is the character that he's doing now with in Ali We Trust and the Order 4. This is the character he was trying to bring over there to WWE in the first place. They didn't think he had it. But so he had to leave. And yes, he went to a couple of different companies before he came to TNA. Of course, they all do that. Like, I believe it's going to happen with Karrion Kross also. But that's neither here nor there. So he had it. And then he brought that over here to TNA. And he worked on it. He put the craftsmanship into it. He broke it down more. And he refined that character. He's even gotten way better on the mic and talking. And you can see that. You can see that when him and Ethan Page are standing in that ring. Guys, you put it into the comment section if you think that Mustafa Ali gotten better as a character in TNA or not. That's for the guys and girls and squirrels of the Father Wrestling Podcast. The Father just wants to know. I just want to know. Because he is the greatest thing I ever saw. And you know what? It was one of the greatest things I ever saw. I love Mustafa Ali and I love Ethan Page. And ironically, Ethan Page used to work for TNA and Mustafa used to work for WWE. Ain't that something? And that's the title that Mustafa had, or he was going after that title. He had a title shot for that title, and it never happened because he got let go. So that's like that's a very interesting thing we got going on right there. And I love that. I want to see. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that. Because all they're doing is they're setting up for Bound for Glory. This is why I do think that Mike Santana is going to win the 2 belts. I would put the 2 belts on Mike Santana. He's the type of person that can carry 2 brands. Just like Trick is. But that's going to be an interesting thing to see on how they're going to make that work. Because, man, I love it. It still reminds me of what happened with WCW and WWE back in the day. But I think it's better. I think they're putting it on better. It's a better presentation, better storytelling. So, I love it. And one of the things I forgot to mention is that Javon Evans is also going to be a part of the Team NXT roster when they go against Team TNA. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really, really, really excited about seeing Javon Evans go against the youngest in charge, Leon Slater. I can't wait to see that match. But guys, we're gonna be moving on a little bit, because we still talking about TNA. A lot of people are scared right now over TNA. And I've been saying it a long time, especially, it's the greatest thing I ever saw. Dave Meltzer, he's terrified of TNA. Because now we have NXT and AEW getting the feeling of the new Nielsen ratings. We have with that going on, we had AEW doing the lowest numbers. I think it was 465, something like that. That was the lowest numbers they ever did. I've been saying that they came into it wrong. TNA has always been their competition, and they're trying to skip over it. You can't skip that. And now you're going to see. Watch when TNA gets onto the CW. Then we're going to see. Because they have nothing to lose. TNA has nothing to lose. AEW does. AEW has everything to lose. Everything. That money can't save Tony Khan like that. I've been trying to tell you guys that. He has to have a team. He doesn't want a team. He doesn't want to listen to anybody. So, sorry, it's going to fall. It's going to fall right into where it should have been in the first place. Because even me, I was under the spell of the new toy thing. And I was thinking, this is a great company. It's going to be good, blah, blah, blah. And I was, forgetting about one company that has always been very consistent. And that's TNA. TNA has always been consistent. And it's not even if I think that. WWE thinks that. They're willing to put TNA on their television show, which I think NXT is better than SmackDown and Raw right now. I do believe that. And I also think NXT has always been better than AEW. I don't know what happened. I do know what happened. It was the new toy syndrome. We all get it. We all get it. Now you guys are really understanding that you can't beat the big dogs. There's structure that you have to have. You have to go by structure. I don't care nothing about this and that. I'm seeing structure right now. And I'm seeing character building. I love character building. TNA has a guy right now that's going to be major over. And I've been thought Cody Deaner was over. But this is a whole nother level. We're talking about the hometown man. He's a hometown man. He's a hometown man. Da 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 da. I love that song. I love the hometown man. Shout out to the hometown man, Cody Deaner. That's one of my favorite wrestlers. Because I remember when Cody Deaner first came into TNA, guys, and he had his long hair. He was doing this hillbilly type, his redneck hillbilly type Canadian style character or whatever. And that turned into him getting serious when he teamed up with Eric Young and a couple of other guys or whatever. And, but I love Cody Deaner and I like to see him evolve. I love this. This is going to be very, very good. Very good character building. Very good stories backing up the hometown man also. Because you can add people in. Hell, I wouldn't go as far as to say one day you might see the hometown man with El Grande Americano. Who knows? And then you got other good characters that they're working going. You got Agent Zero from Order 4. You got Mance Warner. Mara Sade. She used to be in WWE. You know, man, you got a lot of people. Jason Hodge, John Slater, Tasha Steeles, Indy Hartway, Jada Stone. Come on, the whole order four. The whole order four. And then Jada Stone, she's a new girl. Everybody saw her get signed right there on the dot by Tommy Dreamer. And I forgot his name, but the TNA president. But then you got Danny Luna, who I think has a lot of potential. Danny Luna is going to be something serious. Gia Miller, who I think that is very, very good on a mic. And now you guys will start to see her interviewing skills aren't just leading her away from wrestling. Her interviewing skills are going to make her a better wrestler. Because y'all don't know this, but Gia Miller can actually wrestle. So this is going to be great things to see from her and Tessa Blanchard. You know, we have a lot of stars. We even got the Elegance brand. We got Frankie Kazarian, Mustafa Ali, Jake Something, who I think all Jake Something need is a serious role. That's it. That's it. Mike Santana, Zaya Brookside, Lee Yang Lee, all the Rascals, Trick Williams, Kalani Jordan, Leon Slater. We have it. We have it. So this is me, the father, saying ha ha, he he. Thank you guys. Fuck AEW and fuck all of that bullshit. You can't pay to play, baby. You have to stay to play. Again, wrestling.